Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my top 2 print-on-demand niches. Now, beyond just telling you what these niches are, I'm actually going to walk you through my entire niche research process. So by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to find profitable print-on-demand niches. Now, in a second here, we'll switch over to the computer and we'll get straight into this tutorial. But the last thing I want to say before we get started is that I've been a print-on-demand seller for just about 10 years now. And these 2 niches that I'm about to share with you are massively valuable. And the way that I'm going to walk you through this process is something that you should really take advantage of. So all I ask in this video is if you do enjoy it, please just give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments. All right, without further ado, let's switch right over to the computer and get started. Okay, so switching over to the computer here, we're going to start on a free tool called ChatGPT. Now, the way that you get to this is chatgpt.com. I'll put a link to this down in the description. It's totally free to use. Now, all this tool basically is going to do for us is be a brainstorming tool. So it's going to, whatever we prompt it, it's going to come back with really creative results that we would have a hard time coming up with ourselves. So what we're going to do here is first I'll tell you what the first niche is, and then I'll show you how to use this tool to find all of the really profitable niches within it. So the first overall niche is hobbies. Now, over the 10 years that I've been selling print-on-demand t-shirts, hobbies has overall been the best selling niche. Now, the reason for this is because this overall niche can be broken down into so many profitable sub niches. So the way that you do this is you just come down to this message ChatGPT box. And the way I usually start is by typing in 20 hobbies. Now, once you hit enter here, it's just going to start writing you out a list of 20 hobbies. So although this is a good starting point, the thing that I would always assume at this point in time in the print-on-demand industry is that all of these are going to be big overall niches and they're likely going to already be full. So although hobbies is an amazing niche to go into, these ones that you're initially going to get on your list are going to be the ones that everyone else is going into. So the next step to do here is you type in different adjectives before hobbies. So an example of this would be 20 expensive hobbies, or 20 inexpensive hobbies, or 20 indoor hobbies, 20 outdoor hobbies. The more creative you can get here, the better results you're going to get that other people are not able to come up with. So for this example, I'm going to do 20 brave hobbies. And you'll see once you click enter here, you're going to get a new list of hobbies. However, all the ones that are in this list are going to be things that people generally have to be brave to do. So this is where you're going to come up with things that other people would have a really hard time coming up with. So we've got free diving, we've got big wave surfing, we've got ice climbing. These are all sub niches within hobbies. And this is where you're going to start to find your good ideas. Now, the cool thing about using ChatGPT is it is totally kind of dynamic to whatever you want to search in real time. So we typed in 20 of these. You could type in 30, you could type in 40. Something else you can do is you can say 20 more. And then it's just going to write you 20 more in addition to the 20 that you have up here. Now, quickly, in order to keep as much value as possible in this video, I'll show you what the second niche is. So we've got hobbies and we've got one more that's a really good niche for print on demand. And then I'm going to take you to one optional step that you can do that's going to tell you which ones of all of these sub niches that you've come up with are the ones that you should actually spend your time creating designs in. So staying right on track here, let's come down here to message ChatGPT again. The first niche was hobbies. The second niche that is the best one overall I've been into is occupations. So we do the same process here. We can type in 20 occupations. This is going to give you a really good general list, but again, just assume that all of these are already oversaturated with people selling in them. So you can do the same thing we did before with adding in an adjective there. I'm going to use something different this time. So 20, and we'll do adventurous. You can really use any word that you can come up with here. You can even go to a dictionary, look up a bunch of different adjectives, and then you can just sub them in here and keep coming up with creative ideas. And then occupations. And you're just going to see that you can come up with ideas that no one else would come up with just on the top of their mind, like underwater welding. I was actually just talking to a friend yesterday who met someone who was an underwater welder. So these types of people are out there, and these occupations and these creative hobbies, they do exist. Now, if you are seeing that your list is still kind of a little bit general here, so for instance, you have something like a special forces operator. You can go in one more layer, and this is often very helpful, and you can type in 20 types of, and then you type in whatever that is. So special forces operator. And then you can see what this comes up with. So it's going to continue to break down what that specific sub niche was into even more sub niches. So just like that, we're already on the last step in this process. And basically we've come up with all of these good ideas that we can work with, but you don't know exactly which ones have a good print on demand market. So just to get straight into this and show you how to do this, the way that I do this is I go over to Merch Informer, which is a print on demand tool. It's something that I use in many parts of my process. And just to be as straightforward as possible, it is a paid tool. So that's why I say this is an an optional thing. If you have absolutely no budget, you can just leave off with all of those results and just go into them and hope that they are all profitable. However, if you do have some kind of budget you can use for print on demand, you only really need the newbie plan here. They do have a free trial, so you can do this entire tutorial totally for free. And I have a personal 20% off coupon from them. So I'll put that down in the description below. So with that being said, let me get logged in and I'll show you exactly how to use this tool. Okay, so once you're logged in, over on the left side, this is all of their print on demand tools. You can open them all up. There's a lot of really helpful tools here. However, what we are looking for specifically at this stage is the competition checker. Now, what this is going to do is you can type in, basically copy paste any of these results over here, and then you click search, and it's going to tell you pretty much instantly, yes, you should go into this niche, or no, you should not. So let me show you how to use it. So let me just copy one of these. Let's go with cave diver. That's pretty interesting. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to copy it. Let's come back over here, and I'm going to right click and paste it, and then click search. Okay, so just like that, you can see this is the letter grade that you're going to be looking for. Just like in school, you get an A, you get a B, you get a C, all the way down to an F. That's the type of system that they use right here. So this is giving us an A rating. That is a great niche to go into. So this is one that I would be adding to my list as an A rating. Let's go back over here. Let's go to whitewater rafting guide, copy, paste, search it. Just like that, we got another A. These are just really sub niches down there, but as I said, the other day I met someone who knows an underwater welder. That's a small world, and that's just in my tight-knit circle. So there's definitely people who know whitewater rafting guides. Now, something that's really important to know here is that we've gotten 2 A's in a row. That has to do with the way that we've done our searching. We've come up with really creative ideas. But as you start to search all of these ideas, let's take another one here. Storm Chaser. Let's copy it. We'll paste it and we'll search it. Not all of these are going to give you A ratings. So here's a perfect example. Storm Chaser was one of those ones off the list that should be a pretty good idea, but it's coming back with a D rating. That means that there's already a lot of people creating designs in that niche, and a lot of those designs are already selling. Whereas these other ones that you've searched and got A ratings, those are the ones that are really good to go into. Now, if you've made it this far in this video, first off, thank you. And secondly, I'm going to end it with a really valuable piece of advice. When you are creating your designs for print on demand, so you're going through all of these sub niches and you're picking out which ones you want to create your designs, when you're putting that design together, keep in mind that that design is most likely going to be purchased as a gift for someone who enjoys that specific hobby or does that specific occupation. A lot of print-on-demand sellers create the designs thinking that the person is buying it for themselves, but change your mindset when you're creating all of this to think that they are being purchased as gifts for that person. You'll see as you go through creating all of this, it kind of changes how you perceive things, and that's going to help you a lot in this business. So guys, I hope this video has been really helpful. If you enjoyed it, please just give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions at all, just let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video.